Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Mr. Jolly and this is Mr. Turberville, and we are both on the senior leadership team at the FitzWimarc School. The plan for these videos is just to provide answers to any questions that parents and pupils who are joining us in September may have.
Okay, so this is a question about form tutors. When will we find out who is in our tutor group and who our form tutor is?
Yeah, this was actually the question that was asked the most. Hopefully some of you have been able to see the pastoral presentation done by Mr. Hooper where he addressed this, but we will get the information out to you at the start of July. So we've been asking for information from the primary schools on how best to put our tutor groups together, who works well with who. It isn't just a matter of putting students together with their friends. If you think about it, we could put a group of 25 students together from one primary school and that would be fantastic for them, but pretty isolating for the other 5 students. So the school's got a lot of experience at doing this. As I say, we've got the information from the primary schools on who they work best with, and we'll put them together with perhaps 1 or 2 people like that. But that's how we make the groups, and you'll get that information at the start of July.
We understand that this does cause the most anxiety for pupils. It does make people nervous not knowing who they'll be with or who their tutor is. We will make sure that all the children are comfortable and they have the best experience and the best transition.
So this is a similar-ish question, but it came up a number of times. Will we be put in tutor groups with other children from our primary school?
So the answer is yes and no. You will be with some children from your primary school. We have many feeder primary schools, so some primary schools send us lots of children. Other primary schools we only get 1 or 2 children from, so obviously the answer is different per individual.
And I think one of the things I'm a parent of kids at the school as well, and it's something that goes away. You become friends with other children who come from other primary schools pretty quickly anyway, so it's something that does go away with time. The next question was, what sports will the pupils be doing between September and December, and what other clubs will be available?
So the sports that we offer are all seasonal. So the autumn term, when you come back, we will be offering basketball, football, rugby, netball and cross country. There'll also be the possibility of some athletics due to the current climate. They didn't finish the athletics program in the summer, so some of that may carry on in the autumn.
And I think at this point it's worth saying that we're trying to give you the information as we have it at the moment, but obviously with the ongoing situation, some of these things are subject to change depending on what the situation is when school starts in the autumn. With regards clubs being available, you'll excuse me if this becomes man reading from a list, but there are a number of lunchtime and after school clubs that the school runs. So we have non-sport related, we're assuming that there are sports-based clubs for the sports that Mr. Turville's just mentioned, but there's a Spanish club, engineering club, orchestra, ukulele club, history club, art club, science club, board games, school choir, Lego club, signing club, stitch club, drama club. There's a lot of clubs that are available, so hopefully there'll be something. And there is also a homework club after school, so if students want to stay in school to get some of their work done before going home, that's fine as well. But there are a wide range of activities available for students. What happens with getting food if the pupils are attending a lunchtime club?
So this is an easy question. There's a simple answer. If you're attending a club, you receive a pass. You will go straight to the front of the queue, so you can get your food first and then go straight to a club. If you're doing a sports club, you'll get changed first and then you'll go into lunch, same thing, front of queue, and then go straight to your club.
It's probably worth saying at this point how the lunch queue works. We work on a half-termly rota of different year groups. It isn't just a free-for-all with, you probably expect the bigger kids getting in first. We have it year by year, and there's separate queues for different year groups. And in the first half term, the year 7s will get to go in first and a little bit early. So we do everything we can to accommodate them and understand that this is perhaps one of the things they might be a little bit worried about. But the year 7s will be going in first, but then there are systems in place for year 7s when they're doing clubs as we get further through the year to make sure they still get their food.
Where is the transition work on the website?
So you'll be aware that we contacted you to let you know that we were putting some transition tasks on the website. They've actually been there since the middle of May, and to access them you need to go to the FitzWimarc.com website, the parents section, new intake, that's where a lot of our stuff for you guys to look at is housed, and then the transition tasks tab, and there's a whole range of different tasks there that students could be trying with over the next few weeks.
So in addition to the previous question, what are the expectations of completing the transition work now that pupils are now going back to school?
Yeah, so this was a question that came in over the weekend, and I think it's an excellent one. And the answer very quickly is we don't have any expectations of students completing it. It is just there as an option. Obviously, Year 6 pupils are going to have far less time at home now, as many of them are going back to school and ending their Year 6, which is great news. Some of the tasks are longer than others. I think the question particularly flagged up the English task, which is quite long. But it was really just an opportunity to look at some work that they would be doing. It's based on Alice in Wonderland. Not every single page has a task on it, but it's something that you could be working through if you wanted to. So no expectations from our point of view. For those of you who have completed some of the work, we will take it in September, but it's really just something to bridge the gap rather than a definite expectation.
Again, please don't stress about the work. Mental health is far more important. We want to make sure that everyone's happy at home, and when they come in September, they're ready to start with us at FitzWimarc.
So hopefully we've been able to answer your questions and put your mind at rest in some of these areas. We're also going to put these answers in a frequently asked questions document, which you'll find on this page to save you having to go back and keep watching the videos a number of times.
If you have any more questions, please do ask. The link will be in the new intake section of the website.
Thanks ever so much.